What if true power isn't found in the noise of the world, but in the silence of your own mind? What if the ability to command respect and conquer fear comes not from a louder voice, but from a deeper stillness? The path to mastery is a quiet one, paved with poise and inner control. Seize silence, rule with poise. Stoic Mastery, No Fear, compiled and published by Stoic Power. Lesson 1. Cultivate inner stillness. Imagine a vast, deep lake, nestled high in the mountains. On some days, the wind blows across its surface, creating ripples and small, choppy waves. The reflection of the sky is momentarily distorted, and the surface is alive with motion. To someone who only sees the surface, the lake might appear turbulent and unsettled. But this is a mere illusion. A few feet below, the great mass of water is profoundly, immovably still. The depths are a realm of absolute calm and clarity, untouched by the fleeting drama of the wind. This deep, silent core is the lake's true nature, its foundational state of being. This image perfectly captures a core inner conflict that defines modern life. We live our lives entirely on the agitated surface of our own minds. The winds of daily obligations, digital notifications, social pressures, and future anxieties constantly whip our thoughts into a state of restless turmoil. The problem statement is this: we have come to identify ourselves completely with this surface-level chaos. We believe that the constant mental chatter, the endless stream of worries, and the reactive emotional state is who we are. This leads to a state of chronic mental fatigue, a feeling of being perpetually overwhelmed, and a deep-seated anxiety that we can never escape the noise. We have forgotten that, like the lake, we possess a vast and profound depth of inner stillness that is always available to us. We live as though we are only the ripples, forgetting that we are the entire majestic lake. The transformative solution is to embark on a conscious journey inward to cultivate and connect with your own inner stillness. This is the foundational practice of Stoic mastery, the bedrock upon which all other forms of self-control are built. The core idea is that you are not the chaos of your thoughts. You are the silent, spacious awareness in which those thoughts arise. Peace is not something you must create or achieve. It is your natural state that has been obscured by the noise. The practice of cultivating stillness is the act of letting the sediment settle, of allowing your attention to sink below the turbulent surface to rest in the calm clarity of your own deep consciousness. When you are anchored in this inner stillness, the storms of life can still blow, but they lose their power to disturb your fundamental peace. You can observe the waves without being one of them. This ancient wisdom, a central theme in Stoic philosophy, through concepts like euthymia, tranquility, offers a powerful antidote to the relentless demands of our hyper-stimulated world. It is a declaration of independence from the tyranny of external noise and internal chatter. By learning to access your own stillness, you create an inner citadel, a sanctuary of calm from which you can observe the world with clarity and respond with wisdom instead of reacting with fear. This is the first and most vital step toward becoming the unshaken and confident individual you were meant to be. To begin this journey of cultivation, you must practice the discipline of scheduled stillness. This is a simple, yet profoundly effective exercise. For the next week, you will schedule 2 10-minute appointments with yourself each day. Mark them in your calendar. During these 10 minutes, your only task is to be still and silent. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably. Turn off all distractions. Close your eyes. Your first job is simply to notice the weather on the surface of your mind. Acknowledge the thoughts, the worries, the plans that are swirling around. Don't judge them or fight them. Just observe them as you would observe clouds passing in the sky. After a minute of observation, you will begin your descent. Imagine your awareness as a single point of light, slowly sinking down from the choppy surface of your thoughts into the deep, dark, silent water below. With every breath, allow it to sink deeper. Feel the noise of the surface thoughts fading above you. Your aim is to let your attention rest in the sensation of pure, silent awareness. Your mind will inevitably pull you back to the surface. That is okay. The practice is not about achieving perfect, unbroken silence. The practice is in the gentle, repeated act of returning. Each time you notice you've been pulled into a thought and you gently guide your awareness back to the silent depths, you are strengthening your connection to your inner stillness. The benefit of this daily practice is that you will begin to carry this stillness with you throughout your day. The world will seem less chaotic, and your own mind will feel less like an enemy. You will develop a quiet inner space that gives you the ability to pause, to think, and to choose your actions with greater wisdom. You are building the foundation for unshakable confidence, a confidence that comes not from external validation, but from the deep, quiet certainty of your own centered mind. You are learning that you are the lake, not just the waves. Once we have cultivated this inner stillness, we can begin to project it outward, not as noise, but as a powerful, confident presence. In our next lesson, we will learn how to command presence and influence through this newfound confidence. If you are ready to begin the journey to your own quiet depths, declare it in the comments below. I will cultivate my stillness. Your commitment to this practice creates a ripple of calm for our entire community. Please remember to subscribe to Stoic Power and like this video to support our shared exploration. Lesson 2. Command presence with confidence. Imagine a lighthouse standing tall on a rocky promontory overlooking a dark and stormy sea. The lighthouse does not compete with the storm. It doesn't roar back at the thunder or try to outshine the lightning. It performs its function with a quiet, unwavering, and powerful confidence. It simply stands, anchored to its foundation, and shines its steady, penetrating light into the chaos. The ships lost in the tempest are not guided by the lighthouse's noise, but by its reliable, silent presence. It commands their attention and respect, not by being the loudest thing in the storm, but by being the most stable and constant. Its presence is its power. This image illustrates a critical inner conflict many of us face in our social and professional lives. We want to have presence. We want to be seen, heard, and respected. We want to exude confidence. The problem statement is this: we often confuse presence with performance. We believe that to command a room, we must be the most talkative, the most clever, or the most assertive person in it. We feel an anxious need to fill every silence, to have an opinion on every topic, and to constantly prove our worth through our words and actions. This frantic performance, however, often has the opposite effect. It broadcasts anxiety, not confidence. It adds to the noise of the room rather than anchoring it. We end up feeling exhausted and unheard because we have been trying to be the storm, not the lighthouse. The transformative solution is to understand that true presence is not an act you perform. It is a quality you embody. It is the natural outward radiation of the inner stillness you have cultivated. The core idea is that authentic confidence is quiet. It does not need to announce itself. When you are truly anchored in your own self-worth and inner calm, you no longer feel the needy urge to prove yourself to others. You can be silent without feeling awkward. You can listen without feeling impatient. You can be still without feeling invisible. This quiet, grounded state is what creates a powerful magnetic presence. People feel the stability of your foundation, and they are naturally drawn to it. This is the Stoic model of authority and influence. Think of the great Stoic leaders like Marcus Aurelius. Historical accounts describe him not as a loud, boisterous commander, but as a thoughtful, calm, and deeply present man. His power was not in his volume, but in his virtue and his unshakable composure. He commanded respect because he was respectable. He was the lighthouse for the entire Roman Empire. By cultivating your own inner stillness, you are building the foundation for this same kind of authentic, quiet confidence. You learn to lead and influence not by force of personality, but by force of character. To begin building this lighthouse presence, you must practice the discipline of listening to understand. For the next week, in every conversation you have, your primary goal will shift. Instead of focusing on what you're going to say next, you will devote the full power of your attention to understanding what the other person is saying. This is more than just hearing words. It is listening for the meaning, the feeling, and the intention behind them. As they speak, maintain gentle, steady eye contact. Resist the urge to interrupt, to formulate your counter-argument, or to plan your own story. Your only job in that moment is to be a silent, receptive harbor for their words. When they finish speaking, do not immediately jump in. Embrace the pause. Let a moment of silence hang in the air. This is a powerful act. It shows that you are not just waiting for your turn to talk, but that you are actually considering what was said. In that silence, you will feel your own anxiety rise, urging you to speak. Breathe through it. Let it pass. Then, when you do speak, your words will be more thoughtful, more relevant, and infinitely more powerful because they will be born from a place of genuine understanding and stillness, not from a place of nervous reactivity. The benefit of this practice is twofold. Firstly, your relationships will deepen. People will feel profoundly seen and heard in your presence, which is one of the rarest and most precious gifts you can give another person. Secondly, your own sense of confidence will soar. You will realize that you don't need to be the center of attention to have presence. Your quiet, focused attention will become your superpower. You will start to command respect without ever having to demand it. You are no longer just another wave crashing against the shore. You are becoming the lighthouse, a steady beacon of calm and confidence in any storm. A confident presence allows you to navigate the world with poise. But what is the source of the lighthouse's unwavering strength? It is its ability to stand silent against the storm. In our next lesson, we will explore how to embrace silence itself as a profound source of strength. If you are ready to become the lighthouse, declare your intention in the comments below. My presence is my power. Your commitment to quiet confidence illuminates the path for everyone. Please subscribe to Stoic Power to continue building your unshakable presence. Lesson 3. Embrace silence as strength. Imagine the process that creates a diamond, the hardest substance on Earth. It begins as simple carbon, buried deep within the planet's mantle. For millennia, this carbon is subjected to a silence so profound it is almost unimaginable, and a pressure so immense it can scarcely be measured. There is no sound, no light, no movement. There is only the silent, crushing, and relentless application of force. It is in this crucible of immense silent pressure that the carbon's atomic structure is transformed. It is forged from something common into something of unparalleled strength and brilliance. The diamond's unbreakable nature is born not from noise and fury, but from the most powerful silence in the natural world. This provides a powerful metaphor for a common inner conflict we face. We live in a world that fears silence. We treat it as an empty void that must be filled at all costs. With music, with podcasts, with conversation, with the endless chatter of our own thoughts. The problem statement is this: our fear of silence keeps us weak. By constantly running from silence, we deny ourselves access to the very crucible where true inner strength is forged. We become accustomed to surface-level thinking and shallow emotional states. We are like carbon that never gets subjected to pressure, remaining soft, common, and easily broken. We talk to avoid thinking. We seek noise to avoid feeling. And in doing so, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to develop the diamond-like strength of a truly consolidated mind. The transformative solution is to learn to embrace silence, not as a void, but as a powerful, creative, and strengthening force. You must willingly enter the crucible. The core idea is that silence is the gymnasium of the mind. It is in the absence of external stimulation that you are forced to confront your own thoughts, to sit with your own feelings, and to develop the mental and emotional muscles required to manage them. It is in silence that you can hear the whisper of your own intuition beneath the shouting of your anxieties. It is in silence that you can consolidate your will and forge a truly independent perspective, free from the constant influence of the crowd. The Stoics knew this well. They were masters of introspection and self-reflection, practices that can only occur in a state of inner quiet. Seneca often wrote about the importance of retreating into oneself, of finding a quiet space to examine one's own mind. This wasn't an escape from the world, but a necessary preparation to engage with the world more effectively. They understood that the man who cannot be alone with his own thoughts is a man who is not yet master of himself. By embracing silence, you are not running from life. You are running the drills necessary to win at life. To begin this practice, you must learn to weaponize silence in your daily interactions. For the next week, your task is to practice the power of the deliberate pause. This builds upon our last lesson. In any conversation, especially a difficult or important one, you will consciously use silence as a tool. After the other person has spoken, instead of immediately responding, you will pause for a full 3 seconds. This will feel like an eternity at first. You will feel a powerful urge to fill the space. Resist it. During these 3 seconds, you are accomplishing several powerful things. First, you are showing the other person that you are truly considering their words, which communicates respect. Second, you are giving your own rational mind time to catch up with your emotional impulses, preventing a reactive comment. Third, and most importantly, you are demonstrating that you are in control. You are comfortable in the silence. This projects a quiet authority that is far more powerful than a quick, witty retort. You are letting the pressure of the silence build, and you are proving that you are strong enough to hold it. You are the one in control of the conversation's tempo. The benefits of this practice are profound. You will find that your words, when you do choose to speak, have far more impact. You will be seen as a more thoughtful, wise, and self-possessed individual. But the greatest benefit is internal. You will break your addiction to noise and reactivity. You will begin to find a sense of peace and power in stillness. You are no longer the soft carbon, afraid of pressure. You are willingly stepping into the silent crucible, knowing that this is where the diamond of your character is forged. Embracing silence gives us the space to think, but in that space, we will inevitably encounter our most powerful and challenging inner forces, our emotions and our fears. In our next lesson, we will learn how to face these forces directly, to master our emotions and conquer our fear. If you are ready to find strength in stillness, declare your commitment in the comments. I will embrace the silence. Your commitment to quiet strength creates a powerful space for us all. Please subscribe to Stoic Power and continue your journey into the heart of mastery. Lesson 4. Master emotions. Conquer fear. Imagine a master rider on the back of a magnificent, fiery stallion. The horse is the embodiment of raw power and primal energy. It is spirited, powerful, and potentially dangerous. The novice rider would be consumed by fear. He would either grip the reins with white-knuckled terror, making the horse more agitated, or he would be thrown off at the first sign of a buck or a rear. The master rider, however, displays no fear. This is not because the horse is not dangerous, but because the rider has achieved a state of profound mastery. He understands the horse's nature, he anticipates its movements, and he knows how to channel its immense energy. He meets the horse's power not with brute force, but with superior skill, balance, and a calm, unwavering will. He does not conquer the horse by breaking its spirit. He conquers his own fear, and in doing so, becomes the horse's trusted leader. This is a perfect allegory for the inner conflict we face with our own emotions, especially our deepest fears. Our emotions are the wild stallions within us. Fear, in particular, is a powerful and primal energy. It's meant to protect us, but when it is untamed, it becomes our tyrant. The problem statement is this: our fear of fear is the root of our paralysis. We are so afraid of feeling the sensations of fear, the racing heart, the shallow breath, the knotted stomach, that we organize our lives around avoiding any situation that might trigger it. We avoid the difficult conversation, the bold career move, the personal risk. We become the rider who is so afraid of being thrown that he refuses to ever leave the stable. Our fear, intended as our protector, becomes our jailer. The transformative solution is to become the master rider of your own inner stallion. You must stop trying to avoid fear and start practicing the art of acting in spite of it. The Stoic approach to conquering fear is not to seek a life free from fear-inducing situations, but to cultivate a mind that is stronger than fear itself. The core idea is that courage is not the absence of fear, but the judgment that something else is more important than fear. The master rider feels the horse's power. He may even feel a jolt of adrenaline, but his purpose, to ride, is stronger than his impulse to flee. He masters his emotion by acting from his will, not his fear. This ancient wisdom from the Stoics teaches us that emotions are impressions that we have the power to assent to or reject. Fear is a proposal from the primitive part of our brain. This is dangerous. We should run. Your rational mind, the master writer, has the ability to hear this proposal and say, "Thank you for the information. I acknowledge the potential risk. However, I am choosing to proceed because it aligns with my purpose and values." This is the essence of courage. It is not fearlessness. It is the mastery of fear. To begin your training as a master writer, you must practice the discipline of writing into the fear. This week, your task is to identify one small action that you have been avoiding out of fear. It should be a low-stakes fear. Perhaps it's the fear of embarrassment in speaking up in a meeting, the fear of rejection in asking someone for a small favor, or the fear of awkwardness in starting a conversation with a stranger. Choose one small stallion. Your mission is to deliberately ride toward that fear. Before you take the action, you will prepare yourself. Acknowledge the fear. Feel the physical sensations it creates in your body, the tense shoulders, the quickened pulse. Do not resist these sensations. Accept them as the feeling of the powerful horse beneath you. Then you will remind yourself of your purpose. Why is this action important? Speaking up in this meeting is important for my career growth. Connecting with new people is important for my social well-being. You are judging your purpose to be more important than your fear. Then, while still feeling the fear, you will take the action. You will speak up, you will ask for the favor, you will say hello, you ride the horse. The goal is not for the action to be a perfect success. The goal is to prove to yourself that you can act even while fear is present. The profound benefit of this practice is that fear will begin to lose its power over you. Each time you ride into a small fear and survive, you are teaching your nervous system that the fear signal is not always accurate. You are building courage, which, like a muscle, grows stronger with every repetition. You will find that your world begins to expand as the invisible walls you built to protect yourself from fear start to dissolve. You are no longer the prisoner in the stable. You are the master rider, capable of harnessing your own powerful energies to explore the wide-open landscape of a life without limits. Mastering our emotions allows us to act with courage. This courage, combined with our inner stillness, forges a powerful new kind of leadership capacity. In our next lesson, we will explore how to lead others through the unshakable power of calm resilience. If you are ready to master the stallion within, declare your courage in the comments. I will ride into the fear. Your commitment to courage gives strength to us all. Please remember to subscribe to Stoic Power to continue your fearless journey. Lesson 5. Lead through calm resilience. Imagine a seasoned captain guiding his ship through a treacherous, fog-shrouded passage littered with hidden rocks. Panic and fear begin to ripple through the crew. They see the fog, they imagine the rocks, and their minds spiral into chaos. The captain, however, stands at the helm, a pillar of calm resolve. He does not yell at the crew to be calm. He does not ignore their fear. He simply embodies a state of focused, resilient stillness. He consults his charts, he gives quiet, clear commands to the helmsman, and he keeps his own gaze fixed on the path ahead. His calm is not a denial of the danger, it is a weapon against it. Seeing his unshakable composure, the crew's panic subsides. They are steadied by his resilience. They trust him, and that trust allows them to perform their duties effectively, guiding the ship safely through the danger. This scenario illuminates a critical inner conflict about the nature of leadership. We often believe that leadership is about having a grand vision, giving motivational speeches, and driving people forward with passionate energy. The problem statement is this: when a crisis hits, when the fog rolls in, a leadership based purely on passion and vision can falter. In the face of uncertainty and fear, high energy can easily curdle into anxiety. A leader who panics, who becomes reactive, or who loses their composure instantly loses the trust of their team. Their own fear becomes contagious, amplifying the chaos rather than calming it. The crew loses faith in their captain, and the ship is truly lost. The transformative solution is to cultivate a leadership style rooted in calm resilience. It is the ability to become the non-anxious presence in the room, the steady captain in the storm. The core idea is that in times of pressure and uncertainty, the most valuable and influential quality a leader can possess is a well-managed inner state. Your calm is a resource. Your resilience is a gift to everyone around you. By mastering your own fear and maintaining your inner stillness, you create a powerful field of psychological safety that allows others to do their best work. You lead not by what you say, but by the unshakable quality of your own being. This is the pinnacle of Stoic leadership. The Stoic leader, whether of an army or a family, understands that their primary duty is to be a model of virtue and reason, especially under pressure. They know that their own inner state is the one variable they can completely control, and that it has a profound effect on everyone they lead. They train themselves daily to be the steady hand on the helm, so that when the inevitable fogs of life descend, they are prepared to be the source of clarity and stability that everyone else needs. Their leadership is an act of service, a gift of their own hard-won tranquility. To begin practicing this form of leadership, you must learn to absorb and reframe. For the next week, your task is to change your approach to problems brought to you by others, whether at work or at home. When someone comes to you in a state of panic, stress, or anger, you will consciously resist the urge to immediately react or to catch their emotional state. Your first job is to be the calm harbor. You will listen with the quiet, focused presence we have practiced. You will let their chaotic energy wash over you without letting it penetrate your own inner stillness. This is the absorb phase. You are absorbing the information, not the emotion. After you have listened fully, you will perform the reframe. You will not dismiss their concerns. You will validate their feeling. I can see why you are so frustrated by this. And then you will gently reframe the situation from a problem into a project. You will shift the focus from the emotional reaction to a calm, rational, and collaborative search for a solution. You can ask questions like, okay, that is the situation. What is our first small step to address it? Or what is within our control right now? You are acting as the captain, acknowledging the fog, but immediately turning the crew's attention to the charts and the rudder. The benefit of this practice is that you will become a person of immense value to those around you. People will stop seeing you as just another source of stress, and will start seeing you as a source of clarity and safety. You will build deep trust and loyalty. Internally, you will find that other people's crises no longer derail your own inner peace. You will feel a profound sense of strength and purpose in your ability to lend your calm to others. You are no longer just another frightened sailor. You are the captain who can guide the ship through any fog because you carry the clear weather within yourself. Leading with calm resilience is about how you manage chaos. But the ultimate form of mastery is to act with such clarity that you prevent chaos from arising in the first place. In our next lesson, we will explore how to act from a place of profound clarity. If you are ready to become the calm in the storm for others, declare it in the comments. I will be the harbor. Your commitment to calm leadership creates a safe space for us all. Remember to subscribe to Stoic Power to continue your training in masterful living. Lesson 6. Act from a place of clarity. Imagine a master archer preparing for a single, crucial shot. The target is distant. The conditions are challenging. The novice archer's mind would be a whirlwind of distracting thoughts. What if I miss? Everyone is watching. I need to make this shot. His body would be tense, his breathing shallow. His shot would be an expression of his anxiety. The master archer, however, enters a state of profound inner clarity. He does not think about missing or hitting. He does not think about the crowd. His mind becomes perfectly still. He quiets the inner noise until there is only his breath, the bow, the arrow, and the target. He draws the bowstring, and in a moment of perfect, thoughtless stillness, he releases. The shot is not an act of hope or fear. It is a pure, clean expression of his clear and focused will. This image reveals a subtle but powerful inner conflict that affects our performance in all areas of life. We want to act with precision, wisdom, and effectiveness. But we often initiate our most important actions from a state of mental fog and inner turmoil. The problem statement is this: our actions are often contaminated by our unexamined emotions, our hidden agendas, and our fears. We make a business decision clouded by the fear of scarcity. We enter a conversation with a loved one carrying the baggage of a past resentment. We start a project with our mind already cluttered with anxieties about the outcome. We are the archer trying to shoot from a place of inner chaos, and as a result, our arrows consistently fly wide of the mark. The transformative solution is to learn to act from a place of clarity. This means cultivating the discipline to pause before any significant action and intentionally clear your inner landscape. The core idea is that the quality of your action is a direct reflection of the quality of your inner state at the moment of initiation. A cluttered, anxious, or angry mind will produce cluttered, anxious, or angry actions. A clear, calm, and focused mind will produce clear, calm, and focused actions. Acting from a place of clarity is about ensuring that your actions are a pure expression of your highest intention, untainted by the noise of your reactive ego. This is the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature, which means living in accordance with reason. It is the practice of filtering your impulses through your rational mind before allowing them to become actions. This creates a life of coherence and integrity, where your actions are aligned with your values. It allows you to move through the world with the clean, effortless precision of the master archer. You are not just hoping for good results. You are creating the inner conditions from which good results are most likely to emerge. To begin this practice, you must implement a pre-action clarity check. This is a brief, internal ritual to be performed before any important task, conversation, or decision. For the next week before you begin, you will stop. You will close your eyes for just 30 seconds and perform a quick mental scan. You will ask yourself 3 questions. The first is, what is my emotional state right now? Simply name it without judgment. I am feeling anxious. I am feeling impatient. I am feeling calm. This awareness is the first step. The second question is, what is my true intention here? You must look past the surface level goal to your deeper motive. Is your intention to win the argument or to find a solution? Is your intention to impress others or to do excellent work? Is your intention to get something from this person or to connect with them authentically? Be honest about your true north. The third question is, how can I align this action with my highest self? This is a conscious choice to let go of the contaminating emotions or ego-driven motives and to dedicate the upcoming action to your noblest intention. You can say to yourself, I release the need to be right and I commit to listening, or I release my anxiety about the outcome and I commit to focusing on the process. This pre-action clarity check is the mental equivalent of the archer's moment of stillness before the release. You are clearing the fog, calming the inner winds, and taking aim from a place of pure intention. The profound benefit of this practice is that the quality and effectiveness of your actions will skyrocket. You will find yourself navigating difficult conversations with more grace, making better decisions under pressure, and producing work that is a clearer reflection of your true abilities. You will feel a sense of integrity and wholeness as your outer actions become a mirror of your best inner self. You are no longer the clumsy archer shooting from a place of fear. You are the master, and your actions fly true. Acting from clarity allows you to navigate your life with precision. But what happens when, despite our best efforts, we face a great and painful challenge? In our final lesson, we will learn the ultimate Stoic art, how to transform challenges into pure power. If you are ready to act from your clearest self, declare it in the comments. My actions will flow from stillness. Your commitment to clarity helps us all take better aim. Remember to subscribe to Stoic Power for the final piece of your mastery. Lesson 7. Transform challenges into power. Imagine a master alchemist in his laboratory. On his workbench sits a lump of dull, common lead. To the ordinary person, this lead is worthless, but the alchemist sees it not for what it is, but for what it could become. He knows that through a secret and difficult process, a process of fire, purification, and transformation, this worthless lead can be transmuted into the most precious of all metals, pure, incorruptible gold. The lead is not an obstacle to his work, it is the very subject of it. The challenge is the raw material for the miracle. This is the final and most powerful metaphor for our journey. We all face challenges in our lives, setbacks, failures, losses, and pains. The inner conflict is that we see these challenges as the lead, as ugly, worthless, and heavy burdens that diminish the quality of our lives. The problem statement is that this perspective makes us victims of our own circumstances. When a challenge appears, we see it as a roadblock to our happiness and success. We feel that life has dealt us a bad hand, and we become bitter, resentful, or resigned. We are the person who sees only the dull, heavy lead and is blind to its hidden, golden potential. The transformative solution is to become the alchemist of your own experience. You must learn to see every challenge not as an obstacle on your path, but as the path itself. The core idea of this final Stoic lesson is that the universe does not give you challenges to break you. It gives you challenges to transform you. Every difficulty you face is a lump of lead, containing within it a hidden opportunity for gold. The gold of wisdom, the gold of resilience, the gold of courage, the gold of compassion. The art of living is the art of performing this alchemy, of taking the very things that seem to be working against you and transforming them into the sources of your greatest power. This is the principle that Marcus Aurelius called turning obstacles upside down. He wrote that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is not just a clever mind trick, it is the most empowering philosophy a human being can adopt. It means that nothing that happens can truly stop you, because you can use everything that happens as fuel for your journey. The difficult person becomes an opportunity to practice patience. A failure becomes a lesson in humility and strategy. A loss becomes a chance to cultivate a deeper appreciation for what remains. There is no lead that cannot be turned into gold by a skilled alchemist. To begin your practice as a mental alchemist, you must learn to ask the alchemical question. From now on, whenever you are faced with a significant challenge, setback, or piece of lead, you will first allow yourself to feel the initial frustration or disappointment. But then you will take out your journal, and at the top of the page, you will describe the challenge. Then underneath it, you will write and answer the alchemical question: how can this specific challenge be the perfect opportunity for me to practice a virtue and become the person I want to be? You must search for the hidden gold. If you lost your job, the lead is the fear and uncertainty. The alchemical question might be, how is this the perfect opportunity for me to develop resilience, to reassess my true passions, and to build the courage to start a new path? If you're dealing with a chronic health issue, the lead is the pain and limitation. The alchemical question could be, how can this challenge be my perfect teacher in patience, in appreciating the small joys of life, and in developing a deeper compassion for the suffering of others? You are refusing to see the lead as just lead. You are actively searching for its hidden potential. The profound benefit of this practice is that you will become truly unstoppable. Your sense of well-being will no longer be dependent on having an easy, challenge-free life. You will develop an unshakable confidence that you can face anything life throws at you, because you know you have the power to transmute it into something of value. You will cease to fear the future, because you know that whatever it brings, whether it appears to be lead or gold, you can use it to enrich your character. You are no longer a victim of fate. You are its co-creator, a master alchemist turning the struggles of life into the gold of a noble soul. From cultivating stillness to transmuting challenges, you have walked the path of Stoic mastery. You now know that silence is your strength, poise is your power, and every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. This is the way to rule your inner world and live without fear. Thank you for dedicating your time to this journey of self-mastery. Your commitment to this path is a testament to your own inner strength and a source of inspiration for us all. If this video has empowered you, please like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the Stoic Power channel to continue forging your unbreakable spirit.